And that's what it looked like really over the last 24, really 30 hours.
Impressive.
It was absolutely impressive, the amount of snow we have here. Meteorologist Todd Bork, meteorologist Ray Stagich, and our notepad sitting here as well. You're from upstate New York. You're from the Albany area. You've been through many, many nor'easters. It's like tropical storms and hurricanes. Each one is different. And this one, a couple days ago, it may not look like this, but look at the...
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at the guidance and you're seeing 30, even some models went 40 inches, I mean, we did get close to that in some spots. We had almost 40 inches in Providence. Biggest storm on record now for somebody from upstate New York. Being removed from there for 30 years reminds me of 96, blizzard of 96, superstorm 93, where in our backyard in the Hudson Valley, 22, 26 inches, but got some areas 30, 36 inches of snow. That's a lot.
And the fact that you are throwing out years, and it's going to be one of those things where 10, 20 years from now, you're going to go back and say that same year, and you're going to add, oh yeah, in 2026.
And 2026.
Exactly.
If you're a long timer.
That's right. And let's hope that we are still long timers by that time. So let's talk about what is happening, at least for right now. And this is the latest that we are seeing as far as Winter Storm Hernando. And again, look at just the isobars here. These are lines of equal pressure, and it's just, you have this gigantic bullseye. That is where the low is.
Yeah, and even closing in more too is another, so it could still be even strengthening as we're speaking right now.
So as of right now, this is what things are looking like as far as the storm itself. Let's get a little closer look, and you can still see some leftover snow there into really the I-95 corridor in Massachusetts, really winding down there, true north winds. Also Maine getting hit hardest with the amount of snow we are seeing here over toward Bangor, and then also picking up a little bit of that lake enhancement. So just because Buffalo, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, you're far enough away from this, it's not necessarily the Atlantic moisture, it is the lake moisture.
Some of that might be coming off the Finger Lakes here, if you can see. These are the Finger Lakes. Some of that might be enhanced there by the Finger Lakes just a little bit, but what we're seeing too, let's not just talk about the snow, but the wind. I mean, we had hurricane force or pretty close to hurricane force winds in some areas. Just an incredible amount of wind and snow with Hernando. One certainly for the record books.
And again, when you are looking at this, you hunker down. You stay where you are. You have no choice at this point. When you're sitting there and looking at some of these snowfall totals, we're talking not inches, we're talking feet of snow in spots, and it's also drifting up there as well. So as we look at some of the snow bands here in Maine, we're also looking at some snow bands still left over in Massachusetts, the Cape getting hit hard as well. Still some very heavy winds. So even though in Hartford the wind is the snow is basically over, you still have the very, very strong wind that's coming out just out of the strong wind coming down out of the due north there, and that is just not making things very nice. Getting a little closer look here into places like Providence, Rhode Island. We're not forgot about you, because that is the winner as far as the amount of snowfall you have seen. Just think of 37.9 inches of snow. If you throw that in the middle of winter, being from the Detroit area myself, growing up there, Detroit averages about 42.5 inches of snow a season, a winter season. Providence, basically right there.
That is what, 3 feet, just over 3 feet. So that's like half of me. So maybe a little less than half.
We
got a half array worth of snow.
I was going to say, that should be a new metric system.
I don't know if that's good or bad, though.
We'll make it good. Think
we'll
positively.
Make it
Everything's always good. So a half array in Providence, Rhode Island. Babylon, New York, 29.5 inches. Even over in parts of Massachusetts, 27 inches. And then Connecticut, North Stonington, Connecticut, 26.5 inches of snow. So again, this is one of those bigger things here, Ray. I'm just impressed that this system, when we looked at it, how impressive it was, especially in places like Massachusetts. I'm amazed at, first of all, the power outages we see. I'm just going to throw this up here for once. But unfortunately, we have still over 275,000 customers without power here in Massachusetts, but not the entire state.
Right. And remember, that's customers, representing one household. So there's multiple people. So there's probably over 1 million people affected. And this is where some of the strongest winds were and where we continue to see strong winds. Most of the accumulating snowfall is over, but we've been trending now higher in terms of what we've got in terms of power outages. As you can see, kind of seeing these numbers going up here as we've gone through the last few hours, and I think they'll continue to hold steady, maybe even drop off just a bit. But look at the last couple of pictures there.
That's so impressive, though. Check that out.
Almost looks tropical.
It really does. If you take out where we are right now and just said, all right, what are you looking at here?
Right there.
Yep. And you threw this in the middle of August
Yeah.
or September. You would think that that was absolutely a tropical system. I do want to get to what it looked like. So why are we losing power here in places like Massachusetts? Let me show you. Our very own Jim Cantori was in Plymouth, Massachusetts, filed this report earlier today.
Winter Storm Hernando, the blizzard of 2026, still raging here in Plymouth, Massachusetts. 80% of the county without power, including where we are here. We can't move. We can't get out on the roads. It's just so horrendous, so dangerous to travel here for so many here. It has been a long time since we've had a blizzard like this. But if you factor in the snow that we had just a few weeks ago and then this, we are left with these massive snow piles. Okay? They've done a pretty good job in trying to keep up with this. But it's still snowing. There's more to come. Let them get a good head start on all of these roads and get out there again, certainly when it stops. And then we'll be able to open things up once again. Pack your patience, everybody. It's going to be a minute. But what a storm, a historic storm. I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd be involved in a storm that would surpass the snowfall of a storm that I had to deal with when I was 14 years old. The blizzard of 78. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a statement right there in its own. In Plymouth, Mass, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori.
Just amazing, absolutely amazing. The amount of snow that's out there as well.
Yeah, and you leave it to Cantori, right, to get on top of a snow pile, right? And we don't think it's over.
No.
But this is our next storm through midweek. Quick little Clipper-type system pushing through could bring a little bit more snow. But now looking at big totals here, generally a 1 to 3, but you get Detroit, Green Bay, New York City, maybe even again in Providence too, maybe a little bit of snow coming back into your forecast.
And that's the thing, is we just got done with the monster snow here. And I know 1 to 3 inches is not a lot. Unfortunately, though, after you've had almost 3 feet of snow, the 1 to 3 is pretty much a nuisance. So here's the reason why. And the problem is, too, we're also cold.
Right. It is cold, and the jet stream will continue to drive down. Not only the cold air, but this quick-moving Clipper system. Here it goes on the move with winter storm warnings already out and winter weather advisories. Those are in effect to basically keep us advised that we've got more winter weather coming as this quick Clipper continues to push on through, heading toward the east toward midweek. Light snow, emphasizing light snow, spreading across parts of the east as we look ahead toward probably Tuesday, Wednesday.
So clean up maybe quick. And we saw a couple of streets there. They actually looked all right. But again, another 1 to 3 inches on top of what we already had. That's going to be an issue as well. So, of course, Ray Stagich and I will take you for next really hour and a half to almost 2 hours to talking more about what is happening here with Winter Storm Hernando. Also talk about some of the other states' impact as well. We'll be right back.